Today we're going to be going over how to create grunge effects like Ken Carson in his music videos. So in order to do the Ken Carson grunge effect kind of look, it's very easy to do. All you have to do is go into your effects and get threshold. Threshold is easily the starting point, and all you have to do is put it on, and you can already see you're already starting to get a crazy look. Sometimes what I do is I invert. Usually if it's a darker shot like this, you might want to invert the channel so it can do this, but right now we'll leave it alone. Like, I still think that looks pretty cool. The next thing you want to do is take noise, and literally all you have to do is grab noise and put it on your clip, and then just give it noise to sort of give that grungy feel. And as you can see here, yeah, that's looking insane. You can also do things like uncheck use color noise, and it'll affect the final look as well. So you can see here, sometimes you might want to like lower the grain, put the grain higher. Another thing that I personally like to do sometimes is also keyframe the threshold. You just play around with it. You can also use the clip result values. It gives you a very crazy look. This is like a very stylistic thing. I wouldn't use this all the time, but there's also an option there. Another thing that I would do sometimes if I were to use this is take noise and threshold. We're just going to copy those. We're going to take threshold and we're going to put it onto this clip. And once you have threshold on, instead of using regular noise, you can also use tint along with your threshold. And what you can do is you can take your tint and put it to like a specific color. Just for example, I'm just going to put it to blue because I think that would work here. You can take the color, put it to blue, and then also put in the noise as well. And just put that all on top of everything. And as you can see, you can sort of get that Ken Carson look, but you don't necessarily have to follow that black and white. I think a lot of times when people do this effect, they do it just like Ken Carson, you know, his look is black and white, but you might have an artist that, you know, has a different feel and a different vibe, and they may be able to pull off a different color. And I would say, you know, don't just do black and white. Try something new, try something different, you know, experiment with colors. You never know, like even this orange right here, like you never know what you're gonna like. The last thing I want to show you guys is you can also play around with the order that the noise and threshold is in, and it will give you a very unique look as well. As you can see here, instead of pasting threshold first and then noise, it's noise first and then threshold. And as you can see here, it gives a different look than the other one. I'm going to show you guys again just so you can see the before. This is what it looks like when you're doing it threshold first. But this is what it looks like when you do noise first. And it sort of gives like a more like sort of more flat image, which also looks pretty cool and pretty dope in my opinion. You can also put fine edges on top of that. You would just put invert edges, fine edges at the top, and as you can see here, like that's still pretty cool as well. You can invert the edge. Probably shouldn't do it with this, but you can also sort of like, you know what I mean, like you can play around with the blend with the original. And as you can see here, you can start to really get a dialed in, unique grunge look. To summarize, those are the essential building blocks. The main things you should be playing around with are noise and threshold. If you want to manipulate colors more, you should also implement tint. I'll also be putting in the description a free preset pack. That's right, a free preset pack to give you a good starting point to play around with, save you time in your edits. All you have to do is click the link in the description box below and use the preset. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day.